What is up, my amazing stars? My name is Star. Welcome back to my channel. So, I know this is unexpected. So, I don't know if you guys are a fan of Pirates of the Caribbean, but apparently there's some YouTubers that are talking about it. So, I'm gonna go through what I think is gonna happen. Okay. And if you guys don't want to listen, then you can click out of this video. If you want to, that means watch away. Okay, so what I think about the Pirates of the Caribbean reboot, if you guys seen like 1 through 5, I was actually 2 years old when the first one actually came out. So I was technically, you know, I was already born when the series happened. And apparently, Johnny Depp, he has been dropped as Jack Sparrow in the Pirates of the Caribbean film series. So, because I think he was always like late, or you know, I think he punched someone or something. I could be wrong, but so apparently they are going to be doing a reboot. So this new character, I forget her name, but I forget like the actress's name. But if they do make a 6th one, the replacement of Jack Sparrow will be what's her name? Red, Captain Red. I don't really remember her actual name, but anyway. That's the replacement if they make a 6th film. So basically, if the 5th film like does well and you know all that, then the 6th film with Captain Red will basically begin. And as you guys know, Kaya Sakaro, is that her real name? The person who plays Karina. So apparently, if they do make a 6th film, apparently the contract that she's in with the 5th film, she will be in the 6th film if they make one. I bet, this is me, but I bet along with Will Turner, Elizabeth Swann, and the person who plays Henry Turner. So, but Jack Sparrow, I mean, he was a great character. He actually inspired me in Pirates. When I was a kid, I watched that movie all the time, and I was always excited every single time when they made a new one. But I think it's time for him to take the helm and, you know, be off his way on the Pearl. But that's just me, and I'm a true fan of Jack Sparrow, trust me. He inspired me a lot. He really, you know, he was kind of like, he was basically my hero when I was a kid. You know, he always inspired me of being a good sword fighter and, you know, to be, you know, piratish-like. So yeah, inspired me of being even acting. Honestly, if it wasn't for the Pirate series, I don't think I would be acting and, like, you know, being an actor. Like, right now I'm in Phantom of the Opera, right? I, wouldn't really, you know, be in it if it wasn't for Jack Sparrow to inspire me in acting. And they made like games about Pirates of the Caribbean, movies, rides, and all that. So what I think it's a good thing that they're making a reboot, because I mean, honestly, it would make a cool, you know, cool change to the series. And I hope Dead Man Tell No Tales actually does well, because I'm actually wanting to see a 6th film if they make one. But I know Karina Smith / Kaya Sakaro, I hope I'm pronouncing your last name right, if you're watching this, Kaya. But I know she'll be returning in the 6th film, but I don't know if the person who plays Henry, I don't know if he'll be in it. I hope he is, because he's a great character, and I He's a really great character. And I hope Davy Jones, I believe, if you guys watch through, pause this video right now, because I'm about to explain what happened. Watch the 5th film, go to the end credits, watch through the end credits, because there's a little scene at the very end. Pause it right now if you haven't watched that scene. Okay, so basically, at the end of the 5th film, there's this little scene where Davy Jones comes in through the door on the island that Will and, Elizabeth Swann are on, along with Karina and Will. I mean, Karina and Henry, I believe, are also. Anyway, so Davy Jones walked in, and then all of a sudden Will Turner woke up and, saw the Davy Jones claw and all that. And then Will Turner officially woke up, and then all of a sudden, he thought it was just a dream. But then there's like barnacles stuff on the floor, on the ground where Elizabeth Swann was sleeping, the side that she was sleeping on. And it was doing the Davy Jones song, dun dun dun, or whatever. I don't know how it goes. But anyway, so if they make a 6th film, Davy Jones has to be in it. And I know why. I actually know why he would be in it and how he is back. If you guys seen the 3rd one, you know how they stabbed his heart? Well, when they stabbed the heart of Davy Jones, and when they made the 5th film, when they stabbed the heart, Davy Jones died, fell into the maelstrom and all that shoot. But anyway, so basically, Davy Jones would have to be in it because if you guys watch the 5th film, you know how Salazar, hit Jack with the trident of Poseidon, and you know how they broke it? I did some digging, and I read that the reason why Davy Jones was in that scene is because when they broke the trident, it also broke all the curses, if that makes sense. It broke every curse in basically every curse on the sea or in general are broken. So that's why Davy Jones appeared, because the reason why he was appeared in the series is because sorry, I'm a little sick. Is because the Trident of Poseidon, when it was broken, he basically got resurrected, and now he's in the film series. So, technically, I don't know how it's gonna go in the 6th film, but if they make one, Davy Jones has to be in it, because it wouldn't really make sense if Davy Jones was in the 5th film, or should I say, at the end of the 5th film, and is not going to be in the 6th film. So I believe that the person, whoever plays Red, Captain Red, in the 6th film, if they make one, I bet she would have to go against Davy Jones. But my theory on this is basically Captain Red, I forget who plays her. I hope they make one because I actually want to see how the reboot worked out and all that. But anyway, so basically, I bet the way it's gonna go is Davy Jones kills Jack Sparrow, but they don't show it. I know that because Johnny Depp got dropped from being that character. But I bet that's what they're gonna do, and then Captain Red, has to go against Davy Jones, and I don't know how they're gonna kill him. I mean, if they stab the heart of him, there's no way in heck, that he would be alive, right? Like, if you get stabbed in the heart, nowadays, you're dead. So, and if they just stabbed the heart of Davy Jones in the 3rd movie, and he died, but got resurrected because of the trident that got broken, apparently, it wouldn't make sense if Davy Jones wasn't in the 6th film if he wasn't at the end of the 5th film. You guys understand, what I'm coming at? So I bet the release date. I bet like right now. I bet they're making one right now, but it would probably be released, in my theory, probably around May in 2021. But I mean, it could be this year, it could be next year, could be 2 years from now, it could be 4 years from now. We don't know. But eventually they're going to say, oh, this is what we're going to do, and whether or not we're making one. But I believe they are, because, I mean, honestly, I think if they didn't add the last part of the 5th movie of Davy Jones coming back, if they didn't add that, I don't think a 6th film would be needed. But now that Davy Jones is back, because of the trident, because they broke the trident of Poseidon, I think Davy Jones, I think they need to be, there has to be a 6th film. Because it wouldn't make sense for a new enemy to come, to come out of nowhere instead of Davy Jones being in the 6th film. And I know this is a long video, but this is my personal on Pirates of the Caribbean franchise. So I'm not going to go into detail, but Johnny Depp in general, you know how, I'm sorry Johnny Depp if you're watching this, which you're probably not, but I know that a lot of you guys are like me, you know, you love Jack Sparrow, you love his, you know, you love Johnny Depp and all of that. But, so, this was heartbreaking to me, but if you guys didn't go on Google and Google Jack Sparrow and all that, so apparently now Johnny Depp, so he's been kind of hard to work with. And by that I mean, like, if you guys, after this video, please go online and, you know, Google why they dropped him, because apparently he was hard to work with. You know, he was fighting with the crew members and, you know, always liked to work, and, you know, I mean, he made money. Yeah, he made money of being, you know, part of the franchise, yeah, but basically he was dropped because of, you know, he wasn't like the Jack Sparrow that we knew back in 2003. And back in, like, on Stranger Tides. He was different in the 5th film. And the thing that I have questioned about since 2017 when Pirates of the Caribbean 5 came out, when it first came out, I had a question. Out of all of the movies, why was he the most drunk? But I mean, like, he was more drunk than all 4 movies combined, basically. You know, he was always, like, had, like, a bottle of rum in his hand. Honestly, if you're with me, that's not really what Jack Sparrow is. That's not who he is. And also, I find what offensive is to me, and I know this probably will make you laugh, but I have books about Jack Sparrow when he was a kid, and they're all over, like, bookstores and all that. But they never brought up Salazar. So I don't know why they would add Salazar to the franchise. I mean, he's a great character. I love his character. I do. I truly do. I think he's a great actor. And I love the entire cast of his crew and, you know, him part of the franchise. I don't have anything against that. I'm just saying it wouldn't make sense to put Salazar in the 5th film, because Jack Sparrow, did you guys know? They did this entire whole series out of order. So I watched the 5th film over and over and over and over, and it came clear. If you guys watch the entire series, okay, Salazar has to have been the first ever enemy that Jack Sparrow ever faced, because, listen to this, because he literally was a kid when Salazar went into the triangle. Do you guys get what I'm saying? Watch the 5th film if you guys don't know what I'm talking about. But there was a moment when Jack Sparrow became the captain of the Black Pearl as a kid. And did you know that the ship that Jack Sparrow as a kid was on, apparently, I know this is a shocker, it was called the Wicked Wench, but really, it was the Black Pearl. So I don't know why it was called the Wicked Wench, because that didn't really come clear to me at that time, but after a while watching it, I'm like, you know, this is weird, you know, like a combination franchise. Like, I mean, putting Jack Sparrow as a kid, I think is a cool idea, but I don't know why Salazar would be the first character, because Barbossa was the very, very, very first enemy of Jack in the first film. And when the second one came along, it was Davy Jones. Davy Jones is in the books of Jack Sparrow, so I think Davy Jones should have been Jack's first enemy, in my opinion. Then would come Salazar or Barbossa, but I think Davy Jones should have been, you know, the very first enemy of Jack Sparrow. So, and it wouldn't make sense if they did make a sixth film. I just have one question for the developer. If you make a sixth one, put Davy Jones in it, but the only thing that, you know, needs to be on Google is, what's the actual name of the sixth film? If they make a sixth film, there's like a bunch of, you know, things out there saying, oh, it's going to be called Return of the Kraken, oh, it's going to be called The Mists of Time, or all that kind of stuff. But really, to me, I'm like, how would you know? I mean, Return of the Kraken? If you would put it as Return of Davy Jones, I think that would be better than a Return of the Kraken, because if you guys watch the third film, the Kraken's basically dead as heck. It's literally on shore, and it's dead. I don't know how the heck it would be resurrected. They would have to put, like, I don't know. If they broke the trident, Davy Jones, I know it would make sense. That makes sense. I don't know how Davy Jones and the Kraken would be connected, though. Because the Kraken's basically the Davy Jones' pet. So, if it all came together, the Trident of Poseidon was broken, all the curses are broken of the sea, Davy Jones came back to life in the fifth, but if they did put the Kraken in the sixth film, if they make it, which I bet they are, it would make more sense if Davy Jones was the new enemy. And whoever plays Captain Red, I love your character. I forget your name. I'm sorry. I'll make another video about this, because I actually have to go. No, I'm just kidding. But anyway, I just want to say that it would just make more sense to have Davy Jones as the new enemy of Captain Red. I know it wouldn't really make sense because the franchise is now different without Johnny Depp as Jack Sparrow now. So I would think it would start out as Davy Jones killing Jack Sparrow, or Jack Sparrow goes away with the Black Pearl and Davy Jones all of a sudden comes up out of the blue and goes after Captain Red because of an agreement or something, like the second film when Davy Jones said, oh, let's have an agreement that 10 years of being on the Black Pearl, you'll be part of my crew for like 100 years or something like that. I don't know. But putting that into the sixth film, like to the new franchise, it would be kind of cool to see Davy Jones once again, because he's a great character. I loved his character when I was a kid. So Davy Jones, I think, would be a great part of a new franchise. And if they do make a sixth, they can make a 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, and throughout, history. Because Pirates of the Caribbean, whether you guys like it or not, it's a good series. And if you haven't watched it, please watch it. Please watch from the first film to the 5th, because it's really good. they're really good movies, and I was basically born with them. And I mean, Jack Sparrow he's a great character. I love him, and you know, I'm really a huge fan of, you know, Johnny Depp as Jack Sparrow. That's probably like one of his biggest, you know, biggest character, basically, in every single film that he's been in. Pirates of the Caribbean, all of the Pirates of the Caribbean movies was basically his biggest hit. And to me, I think it's understandable, because, I mean, he's a great character in it, and he, you know, went all through it. And Barbossa, I know, died, and I just did some digging like 20 minutes, well, actually, like 40 minutes ago, 30, I don't know. Apparently, if they make a sixth film, well, I mean, James Norrington, Lord Beckett, I know you think this is BS, but apparently the ghosts of them would be in it. It wouldn't make sense. So, that's basically gone. But I know that Davy Jones would be a great character in a sixth film. And Captain Red being the replacement as Jack Sparrow. Because Jack Sparrow, I mean, he's a great character. I love him. He inspired me. But I think it's time to set sea. Or, you know, to go off into the seven seas and be Captain of the Pearl. Black Pearl. And I think, you know, Karina Smith and Henry Turner, I think would be great, you know, also, again, to a new franchise. Because I know she'll turn into a sixth film, because I read that. I don't know about Henry, though. I hope, because both of them are extreme. I love their characters. They're really cool characters. So if they make a sixth one, they'll probably be in it, and I think it would be a, you know, cool mix. Because, I mean, Jack Sparrow was great, but I think it's time for a reboot, you know, because, I mean, Jack Sparrow was great, but when they announced that, you know, he was hard to work with, and he, you know, was, you know, hurtful about stuff, and he was hard to work with, and, you know, now all this things on the news, I think it's on the news, but it's all over Google, you know, about him and his ex-wife. Okay, I'm not going to go actually there. No. If you want, Google it. But I don't think, you know. But anyway, I think they should make a sixth film. I think it should be Captain Red. And, I mean, it hurts saying that, because Captain Jack Sparrow was basically, he was my hero when I was a kid. And I still love his character. I still do. But I think it's time for a new character to take the helm. And, you know, to be announced. Because if they make a sixth one about Red, they could make an entire series about her as, you know, the replacement of Jack Sparrow. So, I think it would be a good idea. I think it would be an amazing idea to make a sixth film with a new character. And I know this is a long video. I will cut it short. Actually, I'll just leave it how it is. And I'll keep looking online, and I'll tell you guys on Wednesday's video about what, you know, is going to go on. Because, you know, I like reading about all this stuff. And that's it for now. I hope you all enjoyed this video. I know it was long, but I wanted to get this off my chest, and, you know, I haven't done a video in a while. So, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Peace out.